Well, let's get started. Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see here in the title, today's video is going to be my full review with spoilers of Cabinet of Curiosities by Guillermo del Toro. This is an anthology series that came out on Netflix on October 25th, being 2 episodes released per day, meaning that there were 8 being completed on October 29th. So of course they are all already available to watch on the streaming platform. Now, as always, all my reviews are with spoilers. If you don't want them, just to see my general opinion and if this was worth it, on the description box down below, there you're going to find my spoiler-free review, because I like to give you guys the 2 options. So given that little second disclaimer ahead, let's get into the video. Now, I'm going to try to keep these spoilers to the minimum, being honest, because I don't want to ruin the experience here, because god damn it, what a good series. Now, I'm going to be very general. I will not be getting into details because, like I said, I don't want to mess everyone's experience, because you need to watch this. I want to start by saying that you need to watch this. This is what American Horror Stories aspires to be. But we can't be surprised. I mean, Guillermo del Toro, he really knows how to do horror. I love his films, specifically horror. I love his films. So when I read about this, I was very excited, and of course, I have more than reasons, because those 8 episodes, they were so good. Of course, I have 2 favorites, but generally speaking, I enjoyed the whole season. Now, while each individual episode, of course, has its own plot and characters and all that, the plot in general will be that bizarre nightmares unfolding 8 tales of terror in a visually stunning, spine-tingling horror collection created by Guillermo del Toro. I mean, I was very excited. I saw the trailer, I was even more excited. Then I sit down and watch it, and my mind just blew. Now, I will be reading the titles of each individual episode because I can't remember each one of them. But the first one is Lot 36. The second one is Graveyard Rats. The third one is The Autopsy. The fourth is The Outside. The fifth one will be Pixman's Motto. The 6th one will be Dreams in the Witch House. The 7th is The Viewing, and the 8th is The Murmuring. Now, of course, each episode, of course, has its own individual story. They are based on short stories, either written by someone or written by Guillermo del Toro. Now, my 2 favorites are Graveyard Rats and The Autopsy. Now, when I watched Graveyard Rats, I found very familiar the story. It is basically about a man that takes out the bodies and he steals, and a millionaire, it's been buried. So he, of course, wants to steal from him, but he ends on tunnels that are already filled with big rats and disgusting. It's disgusting rats. Big rats. But I found very familiar that story, and I was like, wait a minute, I have seen this before, and there's this film called Trilogy of Terror 2. The first one is from the 70s, the second one is from the 90s. They're both straight to television type of films. They're anthology, and they have 3 stories, and the first story of the second film is the same short stories. They're based on the same one, but of course with a different outtake. Like here we have a different version of it that I saw already on the film, but still it was for me very easy to catch that it was the same story. And I really liked this twist here, and the ending. I really like the ending of the story because it's different from the other one. Also, those were the 90s. Here we have way better elements and practical effects and CGI and stuff, so of course it looks better. So if you ever watch Trilogy of Terror 2 because of this, don't expect much. I mean, the film is good, but the practical effects, but they were the 90s, and it's a film straight to television, so we can't ask for much. But it was a really good episode. Like I said, it's one of my favorites, but my favorite is The Autopsy. Now, this one, it's this type of alien worm. We're gonna call it that way because I don't know how to pronounce this. I have big issues sometimes with pronunciation. I'm trying my best. But It reminded me a little bit of Alien, just a little bit because of that, but not much. But basically, this worm, he wants a host to eat you on the inside. At first, of course, he gets one, but then he realizes that there's another person that has cancer, and he's like, I want to eat that. But since they are aware of what is happening, the person that is the host at the moment of that worm, he kills himself. He gets himself blind. He tosses himself, like his eyes, his throat. He even carves on the chest like the instructions, because he recorded some instructions to burn his body to his partner. And I was like, whoa, wow, good. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I was actually expecting this worm to like overcome and to be the winner at the end, but it's not. But that was a hell of a good episode. Like, for me, those two, Graveyard Rats and The Autopsy, are the best ones. In general, all of them are good, but those two are the ones that stuck with me, because seriously, I was like familiar with one story and I was actually surprised by this one. But generally speaking, because like I said, I want to go very general, this is a must watch. It's indeed one of the best horror series of the year. Like, it is. Next of Chucky is being hella good. We have Wednesday that is coming in a few weeks, and I know that there's another one, but I am forgetting. American Horror Stories season 2, it was good, but I wouldn't call it the best one of the year. But I am forgetting one. I know that I am. I will remember eventually, but this one, it's very good and you need to watch it, because it's seriously very, very good. Now, like I said at the beginning, this is what American Horror Stories aspire to be, because this is the example of how you do a really good anthology series. Now, if a season 2 will be ever coming out, at least I haven't read anything about it. Maybe they will, maybe they're not. We don't know yet. But if they ever do it, I really hope that they keep the same level of quality and like good horror. So, because sometimes I'm crossing my fingers, because sometimes that can be a bad idea, doing a sequel, something that was really good. Sometimes we have a good sequel, sometimes we don't. So only time will tell. But I'm just hoping that they ever decide to do one, that this will be good. Well, thank you so much for watching this quick review. Actually, it was very quick. Know down below which one was your favorite, and if you have watched it. If you haven't, trust me, you should. This series, it's a 5 out of 5 and a 10 out of 10. This is perfect. Hell good. You don't want to miss this. But well, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Bye.